What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Junkyard. First and foremost, we just want to apologize, guys. We know it's been a small while, but unfortunately I got sick. I got sick for a little bit and I couldn't record at all. I didn't want to risk Nick getting sick again because he was a little bit sick as well. But we're back and we don't plan on stopping. We're going to be consistent. Only thing that can stop me is God himself. That's pretty much it. Anything else, I'm going to plummet right through it. But yeah, guys, so for today's topic, we want to talk about love and simp epidemic that's going on right now. That's actually been going on for a while, but it's just been amplified to a very, very high degree. And honestly, I think I have to blame a lot of social medias like Instagram, TikTok, little things like that, especially the algorithm. Like if you scroll on Instagram and let's say you look at a hot chick for a couple seconds, Instagram is going to pick that up and it's going to keep showing you, hot chicks on the For You page. Of course, I'm sure you guys already know that because a lot of people use Instagram and stuff like that. Thirst traps. And honestly, it's very, very upsetting. It's bad for, in my opinion, men's mental health. Yeah, so the other day I was scrolling through TikTok. I was just talking to my co-host, Nick, about that. And it's just something that's it's been dwelling on my mind. And it's something that I am deeply concerned about. I don't really like where men are heading in today's era. I don't like how we prioritized, lust over purpose, I would say. It's something that definitely affects everybody, but it's affecting men to a higher degree, especially young men, because we got kids. If you think about it, we even have little kids on laptops, tablets, who at any moment a random sexual ad can pop up and the little boy's curiosity can strike in. He's gonna be like, oh wow, what is this? He's gonna look into it and then he's already hooked into sexual explicit content, and then from there it just goes down. He's gonna start objectifying women. He's gonna see women as this type of girl, even though all girls are not the same. But if that's all he sees, then that's what he's gonna convey in his everyday life. So Nick, I want you to get your thoughts on where you feel love in general is heading. The U.S. relationships and stuff like that. How do you see the current state of the U.S. when it comes to love?
I guess first and foremost, I wanted to kind of quickly apologize to viewers as to the inconsistency and stuff like that. And of course, if we could, we'd record sick. Honestly, we really would. We've just been a little busy. We've just been a little, I guess, I don't want to say preoccupied. I feel like it's we're neglecting you guys on purpose. It's more like we had things to deal with. We have our daily lives to manage and work and studies and just things in general. And I guess when it comes to the stance of the U.S. right now and love in general and lust and all those things, honestly, I think that it's very warped. It's very up and down. I feel as if there are a lot of people addicted to pornography, to hookup culture, to appeasing creators online that don't give them the time of day. And I just think that comes from inner value at the end of the day. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 to anybody watching the podcast. Ever since I was 11, my relationship with pornography hasn't been very let's just say healthy from time to time. I try to be I guess, how do I put it? I try to kind of backtrack and I try to look at myself and say, look, we got to take a break from this. Can't be doing this all the time. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, man, that addiction comes back. It truly does. And it sucks, but ever since I was 11, I don't know what it was. It was a culture that brewed in me that said, hey, you have to mess around right now. You have to mess around right now. Hey, you haven't kissed a girl yet? No, do this. It was me, I guess, finding myself body-wise. Just to put it in safer terms, it was me finding myself body-wise. And to this day, I say that I struggle sometimes, just like any other man. I'm not perfect. But I guess when it comes to simping, and I don't see myself doing it. You get me? I respect women. I respect their decisions for the most part. But there have been instances where some people would be unagreeable. They're not. You're going a little bit too far on your end. You're not giving me any rope to pull. You get me? And don't get me wrong, I think it's okay to support your favorite creator with a purpose. If she does some kind of, you know, crafting thing and you genuinely like it and you want to buy one of the things that she crafts, it's okay to support somebody.
Yeah.
Now, if she crafts with her cleavage out, if she crafts with her cleavage out, all right, you know, it's getting a little warped there. You're kind of using your body and your crafting skills at the same time, and people will be like,
somebody say it's multitasking.
Multitasking. What a skill to show your body off. But look, I mean, I guess when it comes to that, like, I can understand if you have it, use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
But in this case,
but I would say, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I would say don't get upset, because if you do that, then don't get upset when men begin to objectify you.
No, yeah, exactly.
And don't even look at you for what you bring, but rather for what you have.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I was like rolling to. What I was trying to say is that people are gonna see you more for what you have on your chest than what you're making with your hands, with what's in your head. You get me? And then you ask yourself, why are people only paying attention to my channel because I'm showing my boobs? Why are people only like, you know, finally starting to notice me on TikTok, on YouTube, because I'm finally showing cleavage? And that's your answer. You're not showing your value, you're just showing your body. And nowadays people mistake body and value for the same thing. Like, I'm valuable because of my body. And I don't think that's healthy. That's not healthy for male boys. That's not healthy for small female girls. That's not a clean culture, you get me?
Yeah.
A culture should be, you should aspire to be this. You should aspire to be a lawyer, a doctor. You should aspire to be this. And one thing that I've always heard of that takes me the wrong way is girls going, oh, I was a stripper for a minute, but that was to get me through college. Like, bro, nobody told you had to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody. You get me? It might be the most profitable route and it makes the most money. You'll make like $500 in a day.
Yeah.
But that's not the right way. I don't know if you've noticed in this world, it's easy to do the wrong thing.
100%.
Then it's harder to do the right thing. You get me? I don't want to put up with motherfuckers talking about you messed up my McDonald's order and blah blah blah. I don't want to put up with that.
The thing is that I think people also don't want to work hard.
No, they don't.
Right? Because I was watching this video recently on a podcast where the girl, it was that exact story. She goes, I live on my own. How do you expect me to get by, especially in Miami when the prices are so high, this and this and that? And someone goes, well, you can get, you know, a regular job at 9 to 5. She goes, I'm not gonna work at McDonald's. I'm not, like, that life is miserable, this and this and that. And like, bro, the problem is people don't want to get 2 or 3 jobs to support themselves. My mom and her sister had to struggle with the fact that her mother, my grandma, had to work 3 jobs, so she wasn't really around the house. But my grandma never let my mom and sister starve. And she also didn't starve them of having nice clothes. You feel me? Yeah. She was someone, you think OnlyFans is stripping, well, stripping obviously existed, but you think OnlyFans existed? No. She could have easily taken that route, maybe, well, let me backtrack, sorry.
No, she could have still taken the route.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, like, she could have taken the route of stripping to make a lot of money.
She didn't.
But that's not the example that she wanted to lead with. You feel me? She said, okay, what can I do? I can get more jobs. And that's the problem. People don't want to sacrifice, you know, time and hard work and energy in order to bring a good, honest living. Everybody wants what's fast. But then don't get upset when it's time for you to look for a boyfriend or you want people to respect you and they find out that you strip. Don't expect people to give you respect. Because think about it. You think people are going to respect me if I make thousands of dollars but I sell drugs to people? They're going to say, okay, yeah, you make money, but at the expense of other people's lives. I kill people. I tear people apart. I build addictions. People are going to get addicted to that. It's not a net positive for society.
But now that you say that, just insert drugs, take it out, and put stripping, put sex, put all of that in there, right? And bro, at the end of the day, like, I don't care who judges us for our opinions on this. We just want society to be cleaner. We want society and women in general to respect themselves.
Exactly.
And men will respect themselves too, because don't get me wrong, man, like, women have their how do I put it? Their tools to guide a family. Men have their tools to guide a family. With respect to each other, right?
Yeah.
And bro, how does it look as a mom that you're showing your body off to 1 billion strangers online?
100%.
And then your kid has to go to school, and it just so happens 5 of those strangers are teachers that go to that school, bro. Like, bro, that's tough. You get me? Like,
it's terrible.
it's insane that we live in a society like that, bro. And I honestly think that it's fair to be, I guess, sexually liberating, but in privacy, not selling your body, none of that. You get me? If you're into that kinky shit, if you're into that, hey, you like I don't know, fucking in masks for whatever reason, fine, do you? You get me? Do you?
Yeah.
But don't sell it and then say it's normal. That doesn't make any sense.
100%.
You need to have shame in your life. People need shame. We need to bring back shame.
We need to bring back shame.
Yeah, we really
and
need to bring back
that's
shame.
the problem. We'll get into that right now. Yeah, so on the topic of shame, see, I was having this conversation. I mean, we already talked about this previously, but I feel like we still have to bring it back. When it comes to shaming people for like their weight and stuff like that, obviously there is a way to go about that. You shouldn't just blatantly like be like, yo, you're fat as hell, like you should lose some weight. But you should definitely like let it be known and tell someone when they're doing something bad, right? Because
critical, what do you call it? Constructive
criticism.
Yeah.
Because what type of friend would I be to see my friend get extremely obese and not at least bring it to their attention that what they're doing is not conducive to a healthy lifestyle?
Yeah, bro.
You know?
You should be encouraging a healthy lifestyle at the end of the day. If somebody tells you, hey, bro, like, why didn't you get some? Why'd you want to get water at the restaurant, bro? Like, get some Coke, nigga. Stop being stupid. Come on, like you're being, bro. There's something. It doesn't tick me, but it's like, it drives me at this point. Like when somebody tells me, hey, bro, you're working out a lot, man. You're looking kind of skinny. I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, I want to hear that. I want to hear. At this point, I'd like to hear that. I'm trying to get the aspects of negativity and like shade and all the high school drama bullshit that you want to like throw at me, and I want to just turn it around and use it as energy. You get me? And I want you to continue on your life of negativity, but eventually I will criticize you. Like, if you're gonna be negative and I have to spend time with you, I will criticize you if you want to criticize me. But some people can dish it out, but they can't take it. Yeah.
So I wanted to bring back, because we were talking about like, oh, it's not good for society for like, you know, little boys, little girls to be introduced to like the whole open sexuality, like being, you know, exposing yourself and this and this and that.
Yeah.
See, another problem that I have with that is that a lot of women tend to complain about men for being dogs, for being perverted, for objectifying them. But if you think about it, don't you think by you hopping onto OnlyFans stripping, you're keeping it going?
Yeah,
you're only promoting it even more.
Yeah.
And you're allowing it to be exposed to more people, right? Because of OnlyFans, now this is an additional platform where men can pay to see access. Now, it's completely changed the game, because now guys can see pictures of girls that live in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
I know girls who I used to hang out with who have had OnlyFans.
Wow.
And it's like, so you're telling me I can see your body for $5.99? For $5.99?
You value your body at $5.99.
That's what you're telling me you're seeing your body exclusively is worth.
Yeah.
But then you're the first one to talk about how men objectify you, men are dogs, men are this, men need to keep it in their pants. And I 100% agree. Men do need to keep it in their pants, and men do need to be extremely filtered when it comes to talking to women. You can't just say like, damn girl, you got a fat booty. I understand.
Yeah, of course.
I understand.
There are both sides are at fault at the end of the day, because we leech off of each other and that negativity
Exactly.
when we give.
I 100% like, and I'm for sure the first one to say, yo, men need to be accountable. Like, they cannot be saying stuff like that. That's not, obviously it's not a good example to to show your kids. Like, you want to show your kids, yo, you need to respect women, but women also need to at the same time respect themselves.
Yeah.
Because how can you expect others to respect you if you don't respect yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
I cannot expect other men to treat me with respect if I'm fat, because they're gonna be like, okay, let's say I go into business. You think a guy who's rich is gonna take a guy who's fat, like with
Instead of somebody that's fit that could get the job quicker or something.
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, like, you think he's gonna give him, like, I guess 100% of attention, or I guess the respect that he deserves, if that guy can't even control if he cannot control what goes into his mouth? How is he gonna be able to have the discipline to make the right choices when it comes to business?
Yeah.
You get me? Because he's gonna be sporadic. He's gonna be just like, oh, I think we should do this, I think we should do that. I'm gonna be like, why should I listen to you if you don't even control what goes into your mouth?
Look, that's the thing. I honestly think that you can observe somebody's patterns in general. Excuse me. You can observe somebody's patterns in general, and you can deduce a lot of things off of them, right? So, like, let's say on the topic of, going back to like women and selling themselves. Don't you think that hurts something from you? Don't you think that hurts? Like if you eat too much, eventually it'll hurt your body, right? If you sell enough pictures online with your OnlyFans account, and you have about 4 years, 5 years doing it, but then you say, you know what, bro, like, I want to turn a new leaf. I want to be better. And you actually turn your life around. Unfortunately, there are consequences to turning your life around. And there will be trials and tribulations that you're going to make to yourself later.
Yeah.
Now, you have two options. Falling down that hole deeper and still doing OnlyFans to the point where your body rots and it's not worth anything. Or you cut it. And when you cut it, you still have to cut the ties that bind you from those things. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, let's say you found a job that pays extremely well. 36, 40, 50, whatever number you like, pays you amazingly. And it's a job that you're okay with, you love doing it, and you're in the interview. They tell you, hey, look, we like everything that we see. We see that you have enough college credits. We see that you've had prior job experience, some relating to it, some not. But we also did extensive research on your background, and we saw that you had an OnlyFans account, and we saw that you've been operating it over 5 years. We're not trying to have that kind of reputation with our company. We're trying to keep a clean reputation. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to pass up the opportunity for you to actually work with us. You lost an opportunity because of your own. I wouldn't say malice, but like your own decision to sin that way. You get me? And bro, like, we need to. I think us as a society and people in general. Of course, we're not perfect, bro. And us as a society in general, we need to step back and we need to set the bar higher. You get me? We have to be the examples at the end of the day. We have to be the ones that tell our children, look, don't be watching porn. Don't ever sell your body. Don't ever, try to respect women that respect you, that'll give you 100. Respect where respect is given.
And
basically.
The funny thing is, I think most people would agree that they wouldn't want their children watching those type of content, following that lifestyle. Yeah. But then how can you, in that same sentence, tell your kids, hey, I don't want you watching this, I don't want you doing OnlyFans, but you yourself are doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. That's another thing that I think people don't consider. When you have children, you cannot tell your little girl, hey, I don't want you doing OnlyFans, I don't want you stripping, blah, blah, blah. Like, men are going to treat you this way because I know from experience. Yeah. Inevitably, that's what's going to happen. Men are not going to respect you. Yeah. That's the bottom line. That's the truth. And then the little girl's going to say, but I don't care because you did it.
Yeah.
So why? Oh, you're telling me I can't do it? F you.
Oh, I think ultimately there is, and I know this is going to sound crazy. It's a very insane take. But there's only one value from sin when you commit it. There's only one value. And the value is when you learn from it. When you learn from it, when you hurt from it in general.
Yeah.
You get me? If you keep thinking that you're going to sin and things are going to be different, they'll never be different. And I'm learning this. As I go through life, I'm like a bull running to a wall over and over again, trying to think like, okay, maybe this wall's going to break now.
Yeah.
Maybe if I do this with this person, maybe I'll get this. No.
Trying to find like a loophole.
Exactly, bro. And I learned there's no loophole. There's no loophole to sin. There's no loophole to trying to be better, man. And sinning is easy in this life. It is easy, bro. Like somebody telling you, oh, I need to make OnlyFans so I can live within, my means. I'm struggling and blah blah blah. In reality, bro, it's just because you want to be comfortable. Instead of actually grinding it out. You get me? People want to be comfortable at the end of the day. People want their cake, they want to eat it too.
Yeah.
People want to eat their cake and have it too. It doesn't make any sense. I think that you need to choose, and these are very wise words from our best friend. Very, 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 very wise words. I always loom over these wise words and I think about them. It was Jonathan. Jonathan says, bro, in life, you have to choose a hardship, bro. A hardship. You can't have life being easy every day.
Yeah.
Because if it's easy every day, you're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's true, bro. It is true, man. For instance, this guy, David Goggins, bro. A positive, in my opinion, I think he's a positive male role model.
He is.
Because
I really look up to him a lot.
Exactly, bro. He's crazy. He's a grinder. He's a true grinder. Bro, he'll say his story with pride. He'll say it with pride. He'll say, look, bro, I remember I was in the shower. I think it goes like that. That he was in the shower and he overheard a commercial about the Marines and how it could shape up his life and whatever it was, right? But it was that one message that took him to turn a different path, to look at himself and be like, I'm gonna try it out. I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of this life of sloth, of gluttony. I'm gonna be better.
Yeah.
And he challenged himself to be better. And if you go through life not challenging yourself, life is boring as fuck. Like, it is boring as shit. Like, if you don't choose one hardship, bro, you're playing on easy mode. Whenever you play a video game and you play on easy mode, what do you say to yourself? I'm gonna stop playing this game, bro. Fuck that. Or you say, let me turn up the difficulty so things get interesting, right? Since I'm more experienced, since I know more about life, let me go into things knowing the things that I know now. You get me? Instead of running away from them and just staying in the boat that I'm staying in.
100%. And I also feel like hardships is what scopes you as a man, right? I feel like for men, we're supposed to suffer because we need to suffer in order for us to eventually pass that on to our children and tell them, hey, listen, I know what you're going through sucks. I've gone through it as well.
Yeah.
This is
Trial and error.
Trial and error, and it's the rite of passage to becoming a man. All of us, and back to like how you said, oh, we need to suffer. I'm sorry, like how Jonathan was saying,
You need to choose a hardship.
you need to choose a hardship. It's gonna happen regardless. Hardships are gonna come regardless, because let's say you don't choose a hardship, the hardship is you not choosing a hardship. Why? Because if you don't suffer now, you're gonna suffer later when you're not making the money you want to make, you don't have the girls that you want to be with, you know, etc. Yeah, like we were saying, you know, you're gonna have to choose a hardship, and you can easily, let's use fitness as an example. You don't think that it sucks having to go to the gym 5-6 times a week, get your weight in, intentionally suffer. You have to intentionally suffer. You think I have fun like hitting legs, lifting heavy weights, going up? I'm like gasping for air, and I gotta do cardio because now I'm cutting. Dude, that sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you, it sucks. Like, you're tired, then I gotta go again in the night because I really want to, like, you know, burn. You don't think it sucks? Not like I want to go to Red Lobster, I want to eat fast food restaurants, I want to eat soda, I want to do this, I want to do that. But you know what sucks more than going through that?
Right.
Being fat as hell. Being fat as hell, people don't respect you, you don't feel good, you don't feel like you don't have good self-esteem about yourself, you're weak, girls don't find you attractive. At one point, you're gonna have to suffer, and you have to choose which suffering you want, and that applies with everything. I'm pretty sure there's people who are like, you don't think I want to stay home, chillax, and not have to go to work? But they're like, but I have to go to work. Why? Because if I don't have money, it's gonna be even worse when you don't have money. And I know what that's like, you know, not having money. I want to go out, I want to have fun, I want to do this, I want to go eat here, I want to go there. But that's not how life works. Everything in life has to do with adversity, overcoming adversity, to become better people.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
And that's the thing, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I can understand when you go through something and it's hard to jump out of that situation that you've been in, right? Yeah. And it alters who you are as a person. Like, it changes you, especially in like younger years. When you go through things that like are life altering, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say that. Oh, me searching up pornography at 11 didn't affect me, bro. It was 11.
Yeah.
It was 11. And still to this day, kids start like, I forgot what the exact statistic was. People can correct me in the comments if they'd like to. I think it was like from ages 9 to 12, children are discovering pornography, right? And bro, like when you see that as a little kid and you somehow like it because of those primal urges, that is what's gonna craft you at the end of the day. That is what's gonna make you at the end of the day. So it's like, if you gave crack to a woman that's pregnant, if you gave crack to a woman that's pregnant, I don't know if you heard of this before, I'm pretty sure you have.
No.
Where she smokes it, and she's 9 months pregnant, that baby's gonna come out as a crack baby. As a crack baby. That is insane. That is insane how somebody's addiction, not even yours, you're not even alive, you're not even, well, I mean, you are alive, but you're not even outside of the womb, and you already have an addiction, you already have a struggle, you're already born with like health issues because of somebody's struggle with addiction. You get me?
Exactly.
And bro, it's insane to me. Like, we live in a world where people don't tell themselves, you know, bro, like, there is something wrong with you, bro. I want you to talk like how you're talking to me when you say, yo, you're you're fat as shit, like blah blah blah. There are some people that can hold that mental threshold
Yeah.
and say, you know what, you're right, I am fat as shit, and I respect those people. There are also people that, of course, have a weaker mental threshold, emotional threshold, that you can't be too forward with. You gotta go around them.
100%.
Actually, when I was with my coworker the other day, he was listening to Jocko. I always fuck up his last name.
Yeah, the Navy SEAL guy.
I'm just gonna say Jocko. I was gonna say Willichek. I don't know if I said it right, but whatever. He was basically.
That guy's tough.
He is, bro.
Very.
He is.
He's like a David Goggins type of conversation.
Exactly, and he has like, you can tell he has those traits of like, I wouldn't say traditional, but more like respecting traits. He respects himself. He respects his family, his woman, things like that, bro. And he was saying, whenever you talk directly to somebody, whenever you say, hey, go do this, while you're angry, bro, like, it's not gonna get done, or it's not gonna get as done as efficient as you think, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I see that you're mad, and you come up to me and you're like, hey, bro, I don't feel like doing shit today, and blah blah. I'll take that into account, and of course, I'm not gonna accommodate you completely, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna let E-Man cool off a little bit. Then I'm gonna let him do his thing, right? If I need him to help me out with something, let's just say that, I'm gonna let you chill out. I'll come from your perspective, right? I don't know if you had a bad day, something happened to you at home, whatever. But with time, with understanding and perspective, that's how you get to somebody. You don't go directly to the source. You go around it. You even ask questions if you give a shit about the person. Like, I'll be like, hey, bro, let's stop work for like a few seconds. What's good? It's just running through your head. You get me? If you genuinely care about somebody and you look at it from their perspective, right? And bro, like, there's a multitude of perspectives that you can look at, and you can say, you know what, bro, like, I can understand why they're doing that. But then there are other things where you're like, I don't understand why they're doing that. They shouldn't be doing that, right? Like, let's say, going back to fitness once more. Let's say, OnlyFans once more. When you look at somebody selling their body online, you can't say, I understand why they're doing that. Because you want to know something? That's not survival. That's you trying to thrive. Not survive, thrive. There is a difference now. You survive when you work a 9 to 5. You thrive when you commit sin, and obviously you choose the easy way.
Yeah.
Right? I respect the person that's surviving. I don't respect the person that's thriving. And don't say, oh, you're just jealous because you're not making as much money. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not making as much money as you. But my self-respect is still there.
Yeah.
My dignity is still there.
It's not a respectable career.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you cannot do OnlyFans. Use your body as the product that you're selling, and then think that you're still on the same level as an entrepreneur who brings something of value to society that can be applied on an everyday life. You cannot compare it to like an inventor.
Yeah.
Let's say someone who created the iron, which is something that everybody needs to iron their clothes, for professionalism. And then you think that you can sit at that same table with that man who took time to design, create, import, export, all this stuff that comes into business, when all you do is you take off your shirt, you have your camera, you press record, you talk to your friends every now and then, and that's it. No, you're not on the same level, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You're not on the same level as that person, bro.
It goes back to like the women that raised us at the end of the day. They're not perfect either. But my mom would work as a receptionist from 9 to 5 instead of saying, let me be a stripper, instead of selling my body.
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm thankful for my mom for being like that, bro. Like, she's a hard worker. I truly love and respect my mom for doing that. And I see her as a really, really tough character. Like, nothing will break that for me. You get me?
Yeah.
And, I've also seen it in the other women in my family. They're tough cookies. They're all tough cookies. They all respect themselves. They all follow tradition in a sense that they respect themselves with not, how do I put it, justifying infidelity. You get me? And I look at my grandma and I go, man, like, this lady practically raised my entire family, bro. 8 kids.
It's crazy.
What do you think is easier? Going through life without any kids, barely any responsibilities, and all you gotta do is just take a picture of yourself online. What is more fulfilling? To know that you woke up and you raised 9 kids on your own, and those 9 kids are now there for you,
Crazy.
to help you out,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you need.
Because they remember that.
Exactly, bro. If you raise them the right way, they'll remember that, bro. And they'll say, you know what, bro, like, my grandma went through all the bullshit, let me stop complaining about taking her to the, to the pharmacy. Let me go help her out.
That's how I am with my grandma, because my grandma will be like, hey, can you take me here? I don't complain.
I don't, man. I don't.
I say everything that after everything that my grandma's done for me, how can I complain?
Yeah, man.
And I also want to touch on that, because you said my mom's a respectable woman, she's a hard worker, and that's another thing. If you get on OnlyFans and you have children, you know what your children are gonna think? Yeah, my mom chose the easy route. They have no standard of hard work. Yeah. They're gonna say, when things get bad, they're gonna be like, well, I can always just do OnlyFans, or I can always just sell drugs if things get really, really bad. How can I sell drugs? How can I do things that are considered like, bad,
yeah,
or fast money, when my dad spends 12 hours a day working extremely hard, lifting packages, going up and down, walking with a bad knee, he has bad hearing, all these things, a combination of a bunch of things, and he still has never done drugs, he still has never sold drugs. So because I have that standard, I have no excuse to do that.
You gotta keep it too.
And I have something that I can reflect on and be like, when things get rough, how did my dad do it? My dad had me at 21, 22, and he did whatever he could to stay in my life and to raise me. My dad never left my mom, and my mom never left my dad.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's a good baseline. That's a good structure, a good family, nuclear family unit. I have my sister as well, and they've raised my sister to be a good person.
Yeah.
My sister does not do anything that's like considered like whole tendencies.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? She stays in the house, she goes to school, she respects my parents, and that's all I think a parent and society could ever ask for.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just functioning human beings that respect others while simultaneously respecting themselves.
Yeah, of course.
So I think we're gonna end it right there, guys. As much as I want to continue talking, we're a little bit limited on time. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Nick, any final inputs you want to put in before we close out?
No, I don't have much to say. I just honestly want to say a big thanks to our audience for being here, watching our YouTube videos, and going through conversations with us, critiquing us on the comments, liking our videos, subscribing. Just genuinely thankful.
Yeah, man, super genuinely thankful. This is probably our most controversial episode to date.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate our rawness and our authentic, because this is genuinely how we truly feel. It's something that I felt like I had to get out of my chest, because it's something that bothers me. I don't like seeing, right now we're in a state where men are extremely depressed, men are extremely lonely, single, and this open promiscuity is very, very bad for society and bad for mental health. But yeah, it's been your boy E-Man, guys. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Take care.